The Peter channel would like to remember the lives that were lost 15 years ago in the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks. It's time now for the Peter channel Sunday morning news on this Sunday morning, September 11th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Sunday morning, 11th of September 2016. Here are your news and odds and our top story at 8 a.m. on this Sunday morning is in Seoul, South Korea, where North Korea's latest nuclear test that's most powerful to date is a game changer according to North Korea. It is odd that the list of competitive states in the presidential race is expanded. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are locked to tight to contest in 4 states, including 2 that have been battlegrounds for decades, a new Wall Street Journal NBC News poll reported. The United States witnessed its deadliest terror attack in September 2001, which resulted in the deaths of nearly 3,000 people. 19 suicide bombers belonging to the terrorist outfit Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 passenger jets to crash 2 in the World Trade Center, 1 in the Pentagon, and 1 in Somerset, Pennsylvania. Airstrikes have killed at least 90 people in northwestern Syria on Saturday and Sunday after the U.S. and Russia announced a new ceasefire plan, a group said. Accurate smoke from the site of the World Trade Center attack on September 11, 2001 falls the impossibly bright blue skies that all New Yorkers remember from that morning before the planes leveled the Twin Towers. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov shook hands at the conclusion of the news conference on Friday following a meeting in Geneva, Switzerland, where they discussed the crisis in Syria as Iran welcomes Syria deal, urges political solution. Muslim pilgrims pray on a rocky hill known as Mountain of Mercy on a plain of Arafat during the annual Hajj pilgrimage at the sunrise near the holy city Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Private David intense airstrikes on Saudi on Iran, the northern city of Aleppo, killed at least 45 people, according to an opposition activist. Pope Francis prayed for his victims in Gabon, saying that after the days of great political crisis. John Hinckley Jr., the man who shot President Reagan in 1981, was released Saturday from Washington Psychiatric Hospital. Hartford Deputy Police Chief Barnfield comments on the porch collapse near Trinity College and what injuries were sustained. Donald Trump hasn't publicly released his tax returns, the same normal line said for his roommate Mike Pence. For many soon-to-be parents, picking their child's names can be difficult. For Edinburgh resident Taylor Nudes and North Edinburgh resident Ryan Nassani, they chose by immediate Nudes named their child after Lynn Goodshop at Edinburgh and Nassani. Named as after Sean Nassani, a Pawtucket couple that was aboard United Airlines Flight 175 that was hijacked by terrorists floated in the South Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City on September 11, 2001. The attack said 9/11 hit Nudes and Goodshot's lifelong friend Nassani, Sean Nassani's brother. Nudes remembered the immediate collapse of when she learned in the news report that her best friend was a victim of the horrors unfolded before the nation and the world. The days, weeks, months around 9/11 were that filled with mourning, love of family, friendship, and community. Although today these don't have any personal memories of 9/11, the terrorist attacks changed their lives. And now all they know is war. Foxbury, as the 15th anniversary of September 11, 2001, where Sunday, hundreds of troops in the terrible events that day will take place across the country. A ceremony in Lower Manhattan on Sunday commemorated the 15th anniversary of September 11 terrorist attacks to the World Trade Center. Boston, Massachusetts planned to honor those lives lost in the September attack 15 years ago at 7:30 a.m. A wreath-laying ceremony at Sunday at the Permanent Memory Memorial located at the Boston Public Garden as the annual name reading ceremony of more than 20 people with message to connect those who died in attacks was moved indoors in the House chamber due to the forecast of windy weather. The ceremony typically takes place at the State House lawn. Benghazi, Libyan officials say forced the Lord to a powerful general had recaptured 2 oil terminals from militants in a surprise attack. British executives prefer to play golf rather than fulfill duty as borders. International Trade Secretary Liam Fox has suggested extraordinary attack on the country's lazy business culture. That Elon Musk asked for help solving the SpaceX rocket explosion. Early on Friday morning, the shuttle moved for 1 a.m. local time. Several witnesses reported seeing a strangely glowing object soaring across the skies at island of Cyprus over the Tudors mountain range. Last year, Katie Parker, who had cystic fibrosis in the front, realized to get a lung transplant as Medicare. Medicaid and hospital quibbled over money. The will turn to the chick more than boast about his sexual possibility of offensive remarks and attacks to the goals to our family. Speaking at a campaign rally in Pensacola on Friday night, Donald Trump indicated that his president would attack Reddit sales made apartment gestures toward the U.S. Our city. Peter Chelduzab is 8:05 on this Sunday morning, and it's time now for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox yesterday afternoon faltered to the Toronto Blue Jays 3-2, while the New England Revolution defeated the New York City Football Club 3-1. Today, the Boston Red Sox will take on the Toronto Blue Jays in the finale of a three-game series in Toronto, with the Sox a one-game lead on the Toronto Blue Jays for first place in the American League East. While the New England Patriots will begin the first game in the regular season, as they will be taking on the Arizona Cardinals at Arizona game time, 8:30 p.m. Cleveland American Phil CM Punk feared his first UFC fight to be last night. He received notification of this case after the first round special loss to Mikiki on Saturday's UFC 203 event. Springfield, Massachusetts. Alan Iron Fist and HB inductee shine light on Evers. And you know, Martellus Bennett, Julian Edelman, and Chris Oakwood at Major Bowl Sunday when the New England Patriots visit the Arizona Cardinals. Peter Chelduzab is there 8:06 on this Sunday morning, and then it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's start on the MBTA, where buses will place a red line service between Braintree and JFK U.S. bus stations for today from start to the end of the service. And on the commuter rail, it is looking good. And on the ferries, they are looking good. All right, take a look at the highways and byways of New England on this Sunday morning in the six-state New England region, where the highways and byways of Connecticut and Rhode Island are looking good, except on 95 of the north side, just a little slow down around Route 37 out in Warwick. Mass back on the west side, it is backed up on the New York, Massachusetts border headed towards Albany. Berkshire Freeway, it's a little slow before Route 22 Austerlitz, New York headed towards Massachusetts. Mass barrier change Route 91 in Chicopee, it's a little slow, but highways and byways, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island looking good. Down in New York City, 478 on Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, it's backed up around the World Trade Center site due to something going on in New York City from the 50th anniversary of September 11 attacks. And east of the southbound side, it is backed up around Route 35 up to the Bronx. Up in Interstate 87 on the Taconic State Freeway, it's a little slow just before Route 6 in Mohegan Lake. But the three is looking good from New York to Erie. Interstate 76 in the eastbound side, little slow headed towards 476. And how is the byways Vermont, New Hampshire, made out looking good. And Interstate 87 on the southbound side, slow around Route 11 up in Champlain, New York, around the Canadian border. Peter Chelduzab is 8:08 on this Sunday morning, and it's time now. And it's time now for weather report, and looking at radar, and it shows a line of showers and storms from south of Poughkeepsie, New York, stretching to the Naon. Northwest Massachusetts and North Adams, and stretching to all much of Vermont, and then up to western New Hampshire and northwest Maine and eastern Quebec. And get a time to see where these storms are going to go towards the northeast. All right. Seven-day forecast. It goes like this. Oh, how's the weather outlook? Today, one day, night. Atlantic showers and thunderstorms are expected to sweep southern New England this morning, early to mid-afternoon. There's a possibility that within this line, there'll be a better than heavy showers and strong thunderstorms. Potential threats include temperature winds at localized urban and port drainage flooding. Day 2 to 7, Monday for Saturday. No hazard weather expected at this time. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, showers and thunderstorms likely between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Thunderstorms with discussed winds at every rate. Clouds skies becoming most of that coming 82 degrees. Southwest about 9 11 miles coming to west of the afternoon. West gusting 22 miles an hour. Transportation 6%. New England winds 10 10 coordinates. High miles possible thunderstorms. Tonight, close got about 50 degrees. North wind about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Monday, South got about 6 degrees. Copper coming to north at 6 miles in the afternoon. In the morning. Monday night, close got about 51 degrees. At night, southwest wind. Tuesday, southern most coast coming 80 about 61 degrees. Southwest about 6 miles an hour. For Wednesday, showers like maybe after 5 p.m. Spot south coming 82 degrees. Transportation 6%. Wednesday night, chance of showers before midnight. Most coast got a low at 54 degrees. Transportation 40%. Thursday, southern most coast got a potential fall high at 72 about 48 degrees. Friday, southern most coast got at 74 about 54 degrees. And for Saturday, most south got high at 77 degrees. Currently not near, it is overcast skies and it's 72 degrees with a humidity of 91%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Sunday morning news on Sunday morning, September 11th, 2016. Peter, so you have a good morning, a good positive day, and I'll see you for our Peter Channel afternoon news. What up? You have a good morning.